Hello again everyone and welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Crystal. Nice to meet you. In today's video I am going to be trying out the iconic London Day to Slay eyeshadow palette that I got in my February Boxycharm. This is what she looks like. A lot of you may have gotten it, some of you may not have, depending on what you opted for, depending if you had a choice whatsoever. But that is what I'm going to be doing today. Now I'm not going to be doing anything crazy because, as a lot of you know, that this is more of a beginner type channel, like helping out with the basics of makeup. So I am just going to be doing a simple, I think easy to follow eyeshadow look that's obviously going to be neutral nudes, right? So it's something that you can wear every day. Now for this look I am going to be trying to use a minimal amount of brushes, and you don't, let me just say, you don't necessarily have to have this palette, obviously. Just any kind of, nude palette will do. It's not going to be, again, a crazy look or anything, so I'm just gonna use a few colors out of this just to give you the basics of, a simple eyeshadow look. Alright, so to start off, I'm going to use, well actually to start off I'm going to tell you what I already have on my face, just in case you have any questions. For the foundation I use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. This is the shade 3 Neutral. By the way, full coverage, obviously. I would wear this for pictures. I personally wouldn't wear it out just because I like medium coverage. This is like super full coverage and it's preference. Clearly I am wearing makeup and I like a little more of a natural look for my foundation. So anyway, yeah. 3 Neutral Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Foundation. For my eyebrows, I have the ABH Dip Brow in shade Ash Brown, and then I went over with the Gimme Brow number 5. The color is 5. I just to hold my eyebrow hairs down. I did not use concealer on my lips. I just have a clear gloss. For contour bronzer, I use the Benefit Hoola bronzer, and for highlight, I use Fenty Hustla Baby highlight. I think that's everything. Yes. Oh, I do have an eyeliner. I did use an eyeliner already on my top waterline, and I used Laura Geller Incredible Waterproof Gel Eyeliner in the shade Brown Eyed Girl. Aw. Alright, so that is everything that's on my face so far. Besides setting powder, that is the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Magic Star setting powder in shade Fair. Okay, now to get into the eyeshadow. So I'm going to start off with the IT brushes for Ulta Effortless Crease Brush. This one is just a nice fluffy brush. I like it for just to lay on my first color of eyeshadow. And I think I'm going to start with In the Nude, which is that shade right up there, and I'm just going to go all over the upper portion of my lid. The upper portion of my lid. So I'm just dipping in, tapping off the excess, and then going over the, above the crease, working my way upward. This is what they used to call a transition shade. I still do it occasionally. I am using it today just because I don't know how this eyeshadow performs. I've never used it before. So it helps having that shadow down to help blend out the colors that I'm going to put on top. Okay, now that that looks like nothing's on there, I'm going to go in with Ultimate Tan, which is that shade right there, and I'm going to go over that same area that I just did, which sounds a little pointless, because it kind of is, but not really. And always tap off the excess. As I've said before, it's easier to add color than it is to take it away. And usually when I am doing this kind of eye, I like to start in the middle-ish area. That way I can work the color both ways. If you want a darker outer corner, then you'll start at the outer corner and work your way in. Now when you're blending your eyeshadow, when I'm blending my eyeshadow, I do windshield wiper strokes and then small circles. in no particular order, just wherever I feel like it needs to be blended out. Alright, now that that is on there, I'm going to take Deep Soul, which is that nice chocolatey brown right up there. And this is not something that most people will tell you to do. This is just a technique that I use. You don't have to use it. What most people would tell you to do is to take a crease brush, which is like this. It's just a tapered, fluffy brush that is a if I can speak, a crease brush, to dip it in, tap it off, and then work it into the crease. However, what I do, because I'm a weirdo, I like to take that same fluffy brush that I just put those two colors on and go right on the edge. Let me see if I can get this on here. Go right on the edge and just barely tap in to get it. Can you see that? Hold on. There we go. Right on that corner, and then of course still tap it off. And then make sure that corner stays down and go right in the center. And do that same back and forth. I do not do circles here yet because obviously there's pigment on the bottom portion of the bristles. And for me, that is just my preference because, well, mostly when I'm in a hurry, but also because it does a nice job of blending better, especially if you're a beginning blender, to just tap it right on the edge of there, tap it off, and then right onto your crease. Because if you're not used to blending and you go in there with a crease brush, sometimes you can get more than what you really want to get on there, and then you have to blend and blend and blend to get it out there. And if you're not a blender, I mean, blending takes a lot of time. And if you're not used to blending, you'll likely give up, or you'll get it darker in some spaces and not others. So this is just a little helpful tool if you're not used to blending or you don't feel like you do a good job blending. This eyeshadow is performing quite nicely so far. Okay, I'm just doing it again, and I'm just gonna deepen and darken that crease up. Now, honestly, you could stop there if you wanted to, just throw on some mascara and or lashes and liner and just be done with it there. I sometimes do that, like for work or whatnot. I like to give my eyes a little bit of depth with that basically contour of your eyelid. My eyes are a little hooded, and if I don't raise my eyebrows, they're quite hooded. Well, not quite hooded, but they're more hooded, obviously. But so I do like to do that just to kind of mask that, because if you add the darker color up on the hood, then it makes it look like it's not so prominent there. All right, now moving on, if you want to move on from here, I think what I'm going to do is just take that same Deep Soul and darken up that outer corner, and then work my way in to softly, like soften up as I go in towards the center of my eye. And for this, I am going to use this Tapered Brush, and it is a crease brush, but there are no rules when it comes to makeup, so I can do whatever I want. So I'm just tapping in, tapping off the excess, and I like to take it at an angle since this is a tapered brush and just kind of place the product on there first and then kind of buff it out from there. And you will want to blend, blend, blend into that crease again. I'm going to take a little bit more, just darken it up more. And right on the end. Because I kind of want the visual of like a wing without having a wing. And if you need to blend that darker color and it gets a little too dark, you can take your original brush and just go right on the line, windshield wiper motions back and forth to blend those colors back together. I feel like I need to move my camera down. And then I'm taking that same brush and just kind of softly blending it towards the middle of my lid. Great. From here, you can go a few different ways. You can add a shimmer or sparkle, glitter, or a matte eyeshadow on your inner half of your eye. I'm going to keep it matte just because that's what I'm feeling today. And I'm going to go back in the nude and do the inner half of that eye and blend it into that dark shadow. And for this, I'm just using, what is this? A Morphe M156. It's just a regular eyeshadow brush. Honestly, like, I could just leave it like this because I'm sure this in the nude color is not going to show up very well. But because there isn't anything on my lid except for foundation, it could crease. Okay, now if you wanted to, again, you could stop here, throw your eyelashes, mascara, eyeliner, whatever you want to do on and be done with it. But I am going to finish it off with a little on the under eye. I'm going to take that same dark, what is it, Deep Soul, and I'm using, what am I using? The Morphe M213 brush. And I'm just barely dipping into the tip of it with the brush. Again, tap it off, and starting on that outer corner, going right up underneath my lash line. And running it almost, like, I would say a little over halfway. And actually, I'm going to change brushes because that one feels stiff. So now I'm just using, what is this? Another Morphe brush. The other side of that Morphe M156. Trying to get it so you guys can see. And I'm just taking the other side that I used that lighter in the nude on to kind of smoke it out. So it isn't a harsh line. Alright, I'm gonna do that to the other side and be right back. Okay, now here, if you wanted to add some shimmer, I think there's quite a few shimmer shades in here that are really, really pretty. But I think I'm going to do Peach Fizz, which is this shimmer right there. And I'm taking, I don't know what brush this is because it doesn't say anything, but it's just a gold sparkly brush with like a nice small, like tight rounded end on it, dipping into that. Hopefully the shimmer shows up. I might need to use my finger. But I dipped into that, and then I'm just gonna try and place that on my inner corner. Okay, yeah, that's not showing up very well. I'm gonna try with my pinky. There we go. Can you see it? Hopefully. I will say that is very soft shimmer, which is good. Can you see it? I don't know if it shows up. Does it show up? And then I'm going to just try and run that on the inner portion, but it's not showing up, so I'm just going to take in the nude to kind of combine those two together. Alright, now I'm going to just throw on some mascara and I'll be right back. Okay, so that is the finished eye look that I did with the iconic London Day to Slay eyeshadow palette that I got in the February Boxycharm. I'm not going to do an unboxing just because it's already late in February and I feel like I haven't done a whole lot of other like actual makeup or beauty videos, and I've done a lot of unboxing and I want to get more actual beauty type videos up instead of just like doing the, you know, lazy unboxing basically. So that is it for today. If you guys have any questions, you know what to do, comment below. Please follow me on all my social media. Everything is at Beauty by Belle. By the way, mascara I used Benefit They're Real. This is just a little sample one I got in like, I don't know, Ipsy or something along those lines. I got it in a sample box, or maybe I got it with a Sephora order. I don't know. Regardless, it's Benefit They're Real mascara. Okay. Again, any questions, comment below. Actually, I do have a question for you guys. Regarding these type of videos, do you, like, I usually speed them up, like when I'm just sitting there blending. Do you like that? Do you prefer that? Do you prefer that I just cut that out? Would you rather me just keep it like normal speed so you can see how much I'm blending and doing all that nonsense? Like, let me know. Because if I'm doing something that you guys would prefer, like more technical type of tutorial as opposed to just like blasting through this, again, let me know, comment below, and I welcome that feedback. I'm done talking. All right, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye. Oh, also, because this is from Boxycharm, if you are interested in Boxycharm, I will leave a link, so if you want to sign up, go there, you can sign up and get yourself some Boxycharm. Get yourself some Boxycharm. Bye.